What about like taking dumps and spanking it? Do you guys do it? You guys do it there? What's that like?
You don't stop because you go to prison.
So I can't imagine anything more fun than just printing however much money you want and going and spending it.
Number one rule of prison is shower shoes. You know what I mean? You do not go in that bathroom barefooted. I thought I felt something poke me in the leg when you so lovingly embraced me. There's only one kind of person that gets in prison.
So if a pretty boy goes in there, he's not going to get rammed in the ass every night?
Not unless he wants to.
Okay. Guys, welcome to the show today. Judy, hello.
Hi.
You're looking very lovely today. Are those new pants?
No.
No? I hate saying co-host sometimes because that like puts pressure on you. Oh my God, I'm his co-host. I got to be there all the fucking time. Fuck. So, co-host / regular guest, right?
Yeah, right.
I want everybody to come to the show with no pressure. This is our escape. This is where we let our hair down. At some point down the road, we'll be letting our dicks and our titties and our snatches out. But that's okay. I mean, it'll be all stuff that we all have okayed. The people are cool with it. Wherever we're at's going to be cool with it. And if they're not, we get kicked out. It'd be even better. We show a bunch of fucking genitals, and then we get kicked out for it. Be even better. So fuck it. But no, you guys, I'm excited to announce another regular guest. I don't want him to have pressure to be a co-host. But I know he's antsy to get out here. Come on. This is Mikey Hustle. Come on.
I thought I felt something poke me in the leg when you so lovingly embraced me. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
You have to get on my OnlyFans page.
Do you have butt plugs in and everything?
That's subscription based.
Yeah.
I can't release that information without monetizing it first.
Right on, you guys. So welcome to the show, man.
It's great to be here.
We're from the same town, right? We're Granite boys.
Born and raised.
Right on, man. This is cool.
I don't
Judy's
think
here.
you realize this either. And when we were talking before the show, I purposely waited to say this. But we met before through Facebook a long time ago. I kicked around the idea of doing a podcast I was going to call Down the Rabbit Hole. And you were doing your Riot Radio shit.
Okay, yeah.
And I had reached out hey,
shit.
can you give me some advice?
Fuck.
And you was like, well, you can come on my morning show.
Oh my God. I'm gay. You keep talking. This is awesome. Fuck.
And because I guess you were on KMOX or something at that time.
I was on CBS Sports.
Yeah, and you at 5 a.m. You was like, you'd have to come at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
but you can come out if you wanted to, this and that. And I totally just bitched out. I totally just pussed out.
Did you really?
Completely. Said fuck the podcast, sold all my shit.
I guarantee you, I put the ball in your court.
Oh yeah, and
so you dropped it, or you didn't return it?
No, we talked back and forth for a month. Because you had even brought to my attention you were trying to do a TV show that you wanted it to be
fuck yeah,
Impractical Jokers or some shit in St.
baby.
Louis. Do you remember all this?
Oh my God, I do.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Dude, come on. Yeah, brother, I love it, man.
But you didn't say nothing when we've been talking on Facebook, so I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna wait.
All right,
dude. If I say something, you're gonna think I'm bullshitting again.
So I probably was pressing you a little bit in a cool way to do a show on Riot Radio then.
Yeah, you were.
And you didn't.
No, you were just because I contacted you initially. Look, I'm interested in doing this. How do you go about it? Because I didn't know nothing about. I'm thinking get on the microphone and talk. That's all I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking. But you got to do all this shit, put all this shit together, and you got to be able to record it and mix it and master it.
Oh, dude, it's a process.
It was
man.
over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just overwhelming, and eventually I just said fuck it. And
and Riot was crazy, man, because I started with a ton of money. I had an investor on board, but the investor, a lot of people know why. I won't talk about it right here, but he decided to go a different route, and I was stuck with foot in the bill. And so we figured out a way to make it happen, and I had all these shows ready to go. So, but you're doing it now, dude. It's all about timing, dude.
Everything happens for a reason too. Because honestly, if I would have stepped in then, if I would have attempted anything, I'd have fucked it up. I'd have fucked the relationship up. You know what I mean? It would have just. That was right at the start of my fucking.
Were you not able to do a show because you got thrown in the slammer?
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
It's a longer story than that. It starts with I've been twice. 15 months the first time, 6 months the second time. First time was for counterfeit The actual charge reads conspiracy to counterfeit United States obligations, which means I was printing and spending my own money.
Damn, dude.
Or I was conspiring to do so.
That sounds awesome, though.
The second time I went was I was a meth head and couldn't stop doing meth.
Really, dude?
Failed a bunch of drug tests. Back. Yeah, they weren't playing with me. Like,
Wow, dude. How long ago was that? Each of them?
My indictment come out on my daughter's birthday in 2008, on my youngest daughter's birthday in 2018.
So-
I guess the first time I got out was the end of 19, and then I just got out a year ago, like February 2nd last year. Was
Really?
the last time I got out, yeah.
So are you into meth still or whatever?
No,
or you're off
I've been
that?
clean like 20 months at this point.
That's a dirty drug.
It's
It
it's
really
hard,
is,
yeah.
huh?
It's
Very
fucked
dirty.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It was a lot of fun. I'm not
So
gonna lie. Like,
how long,
I had a lot of fun.
dude?
you know what
I
mean?
I can't imagine anything more fun than just printing however much money you want and going and spending it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How awesome was that?
Yeah.
How long did you get away from?
No.
How long did you
You
get away with
can't-
it?
That's not
Couple
awesome
years.
because you're probably nervous and paranoid the whole time.
Nah,
That's
you're
true.
high on meth. You don't.
Well,
you
I
know what
mean, if
Like-
you're
That's
not
true.
on drugs
But really, like,
and you have counterfeit money.
yeah, but come on now, who's out here printing money that ain't on drugs? You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, I did know.
The
In
money
high
didn't
school, I
leave.
hung out with a kid we called C Money because he made counterfeit money.
yeah.
Really?
And he
So-
wasn't going to jail for that. He was going to jail for selling cocaine to an undercover cop. So.
Okay. So usually they get busted for something else and they find him out doing that, or did they find the counterfeit money somehow? How'd you get busted?
The girl I was dating at the time got pulled over, and they found about $300,000 in a backpack.
Damn.
And
Dollars?
yeah, and she sang.
In a backpack.
She's saying.
Yeah, she
So that
fucking
money was
rat
from you
bastard.
guys printing it?
It was from me. Like,
You printed it? Where'd you find all the kick-ass gear to do that, dude? On
Walmart.
Amazon?
Walmart.
Fuck. Are you serious?
Yeah.
How much time did it take for you to study and research and be able to pull
Oh,
it off?
bro,
dude?
like, I don't know. Like,
You know what I mean? Did you study other people who've done it?
we gotta understand, like, I spent, meth is a hell of a drug. Like,
It's fascinating, man.
I spent a lot of time, like, I'd be getting high and I was selling dope and doing all this dumb shit. It started, I learned how to print checks. Like, payroll, people own businesses, right? And they
Yeah.
cut their own payroll checks all the time. So it can't be that hard to do. And I was watching a YouTube video and a guy held up a check from a big corporation, like he became a paid YouTuber. I think it was like a check from Google. And like, I seen the numbers at the bottom of it, you know what I mean? And was like, well, it ain't that hard. Like, it just dawned on me, it ain't that hard to get a hold of account numbers and routing numbers. So I went and I started learning the line at the bottom of the check, the routing number, the transit symbols,
Wow, dude.
transactional freight, all the things that go into banking.
So you got away with it for a little bit.
A couple years.
How much did you print?
All together?
Yeah.
A lot.
Like millions?
Maybe.
Holy shit, dude. And you bought, so would you buy cars and drugs and hookers and shit? Or
I had a rule. I had a rule that, like, don't buy nothing with a paper trail.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah.
if I get on Craigslist and I buy a car from you and I show up and I give you 20 bands and fake money, somewhere down the line, like, it was good. It was real good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was stellar.
Did you like launder it through a certain other business kind of thing?
Most of it,
Added it?
like-
That's crazy,
like-
man.
touchy territory? I got, you know what I mean? Like,
But what, you mean you can't talk about it right now?
no, I can, but like certain things, I don't want to come back and haunt me, if you will.
I
you
got
know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah, a lot of it was like, this dude wants to be a dope boy. You know what I mean? This motherfucker wants to sell drugs. All right, give me $1,000. Here, take all this counterfeit. Go hit your plug with it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like a lot of it was all drug based. Like that's how it all like really got started. Like fucking complete piece of shit addict, just wanting to.
Damn.
Got pissed off at the system. Like my mom works for a big company in St. Louis, like a big stock company that's been sold and bought a couple times, this and that. And like one of the times it got sold and bought, like I watched my mom lose $500,000 in 401k and stock options overnight. Just it's
Damn,
gone.
Really?
And like,
Wow,
you know what I mean?
dude.
Like I started thinking about like how, you know what I mean? You get in that mind state to fuck the government, fuck authority, fuck the banks, and then you
Yeah.
put a meth-induced psychosis in the middle of that.
Wow,
and it
dude.
was like, well, let's print some fucking checks and print some fucking money and
So were you fearful of like people robbing you and shit? Did you carry a piece around and stuff?
possibly, I mean,
Do you have one right now?
I'm not allowed to.
All right.
I'm a felon now. I have to.
You're a legit felon, like twice over.
Yeah, multiple times.
So the meth thing, was that something you were caught doing, or did you sell it, or
yeah,
both, or
yeah, both.
and you were doing it at your place?
I never, but ironically, I have.
Did you just sell it, or did you cook it yourself? And
No,
make it?
no, I never
You
cooked.
just distribute it or whatever.
Yeah, I just
did it.
buy it and sell it. Or
Did you smoke it or arm or what the fuck?
no, I never use a needle. Only tattoo needles touch me.
So you did like a pipe or something?
You know what a hot rail is?
Fuck no.
Okay, like that was
One of the hookers in LA might have done it while I was driving her over the 405.
Basically, you just chop a line, heat a glass
tinfoil.
tube, snort it through hot glass. So like as you're snorting the
Okay.
dope, it vaporizes. You blow out a cloud of smoke. Like that was
The
fine.
hooker I drove in LA, she had like a little black piece of nugget. She put it on a foil underneath the black little nugget. And
Yeah,
she would
she
light
was
it.
smoking
Yeah.
heroin,
Is that freebasing heroin?
pretty much.
Is
yeah.
it? So I was right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's, we're driving.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. I
she's
wasn't
like-
there, you know. Apparently, you can
Or is it
smoke
a-
anything off of foil. Like I've seen people smoke OxyContin off of foil, like smoke Vicodins. Like
So you went to jail for a little bit and then prison, or was it?
well, originally they sent me to rehab the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like when my indictment was served, I went to my arraignment. They granted me bond, but I had to complete 30 days in-house treatment. So they shipped me off to treatment. I complete 30 days. I get out. They put me in a halfway house down in Southern Illinois, down in like Marion.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent one night in this fucking halfway house, right? And like this just goes to show you that like a motherfucker's not gonna get clean. They're not
Did you
gonna
get laid or
straighten up.
something?
They're not gonna change their life until they're ready to. And at that point, I was
Right.
not ready to fucking straighten up.
Yeah, you gotta want to. For
Right.
Sure.
And I spend one night in the fucking halfway house. I wake up the next morning. It was a Sunday morning. I go to the front desk and I'm like, I twisted my ankle. I'm completely bullshitting these ladies that work there. I'm like, I twisted my ankle getting off this bunk. You know what I mean? I think I need to go to urgent care. So these motherfuckers write me a pass to go to urgent care, right? So I'm thinking they're gonna fucking, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna watch me like this and that. I'm just looking for any fucking opening I can to get out of here. This bitch drives me to urgent care and drops me the fuck off.
Damn.
Like I'm walking in the doors of urgent care thinking she's gonna park, and she rolls down the window and she's like, "Just call us when you're done."
Really?
Just-
So you?
And I watched her drive off, and here, you know what I mean? I'm 2 hours from home,
How long were you there?
about an hour.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, I walked to a church and I conned some church dude,
Did you
like
really?
gave him some sob story and was like,
Oh
you
my
know, I just
God.
need to get home to Granite. Like, I just got out of rehab. I'm trying to change my life. Really, what I was trying to do was get home and get high.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, within 4 hours, I was back in Granite City with a fucking bag of dope in my pocket, and
So,
on the run we go.
So do you have any kids? Are you married? Or you have a
I have
girlfriend?
2
Or
kids.
What's your? Okay.
I'm
How old are
divorced,
they?
but I have 2 kids, 16 and 14.
Oh, so they've been through this stuff with you?
Yeah.
Are you tight with them, or
Yeah,
everything cool with
yeah.
them?
My
So they
oldest
support
one,
you and everything?
my oldest one, I'm not as close to as my youngest one. And they live together. Like they're together. But like I guess she's a little more pissed off at me than my younger one is. But what can you do?
So what's prison like? You said it was kind of a lot of rules there. There's more respect that goes on.
Oh
and-
yeah. Like I was now mind you, I was at a low. I was considered a white collar criminal. You know what I mean? Like so. I wasn't in Supermax, what you see on TV, where you have fucking.
Where was it at? Which prison?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Forest City, Arkansas.
Both times.
Both times. Same housing unit, same fucking.
Yeah, like
place.
you had like a bunkmate or whatever there and everything.
Yeah,
Or no,
I
you
had
just
one.
see
He's
him?
out now too.
Was he cool?
Oh yeah, he was a Mexican dude. And I love him to death. Moreno.
I gotta ask a crazy.
Arkansas.
They
Yeah.
it's
That's
federal.
just-
Like
oh,
so
'cause
they
that's
send
just
you
the
within
closest
5. Well, no, because
federal.
there's one in Greenville. There's one in Marion. But they're supposed to send you 500 miles as the crow flies from home. So I guess so your family can visit you or whatever. But yeah, they just
discreetly put my pin in my sock.
send you wherever they fucking send you. And well, first you get on Con Air. You know what I mean? You got to do the whole Nick Cage thing. You got to get on Con Air and you fly to Oklahoma. You go through processing, then they fly you back out from there to wherever you go.
So you guys are able to like work out and shit. I mean,
Yeah.
What
I
about-
played softball all day, every day.
what about like taking dumps and spanking it? Do you guys do it? Do you guys do it there? Or what's that like? I've always
Dude,
wanted to know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't stop shitting because you go to prison.
So he'll be just cranking out a deuce, and you'll be there reading or something right there.
No, it's not like that. It's like individual stalls. Like
Okay,
like a
I
public-
picture one like in the movies. You see
Yeah,
one
it's
sitting
not.
right
That's
there.
county. That's county jail.
What
you know
about
I mean?
spanking it? I guess at night, if everybody's asleep, you can.
You
Because
go
you
in
gotta
the
spank
shower.
it. As a guy, you have to spank it every now and then, right?
You go in the shower.
Okay, shower. There you go.
You have your individual shower stalls. Motherfuckers take some long showers. That's why, like, number one rule of prison is shower shoes. You know what I mean? You do not go in that bathroom barefooted.
So what about the gay sex that goes on? Because
There's only one kind of person that gets fucked in prison.
Oh yeah, really?
The one that wants to.
The one that wants to.
Really?
Yeah. At least where I was at. You know what I mean? Now, if you get into some like supermax joints or like the higher security levels with the killers, and like, don't get me wrong, there was killers where I was at, but like they had done cycled down for good behavior and this and that. Like, I was not in a rough. I didn't do hard time. You know what I mean? It was prison. So it sucked.
So if a pretty boy goes in there, he's not going to get rammed in the ass every night?
I'm gonna bump this motherfucker real hard.
Not unless he wants to.
Okay, really? No, these are questions people
There was an
know.
old man. Listen, there was this old man. His name was Doc because he was a doctor. He was from Florida, and he was openly, admittedly gay. Right? He was there for writing bad scripts. You know what I mean? He was one of them doctors got hit on the script law, got sent to prison. And he's an old man. He's 70 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Had the Mr. Clean hair, little bitty hobbit looking motherfucker. But every Friday night, you'd see the card room door closed.
Probably hung like a camel.
And there'd be a black dude standing outside the door guarding that motherfucker. And fucking Doc was fond of radiator hose.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
I get up one morning, because we were in like a dorm-style living. I get up one morning, I hop out of my bunk, I'm headed to the bathroom. And I look down, and there's like, it looks like a black scuff mark, like a shoe mark on a hardwood floor, right?
Yeah.
And I get a couple feet, and then there's another one. And I get a couple feet, and there's a pile of something. His clincher was broke, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You
This
sniff it?
motherfucker
Like
would
shitting
shit
all over
on
the
himself,
place.
hop out, like he couldn't control it. He was reamed the fuck out. So he would hop out of
So
bed
it would
and
smell terrible, wouldn't it?
Shit
You knew you
everywhere.
could always find him, 'cause
I
you just
wonder
follow-
how that happened, because there's
He was-
dudes at my work that are, people
Yeah.
that shit down the fucking aisle.
Yeah, they're fucking.
Like
fuck
they
is
can't
that?
control their
They
ass.
just let it, they can't control it.
That clincher's broke.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Right. It just
Broke clincher.
They just shit everywhere.
Gets you every time.
A broke clincher.
So tell us about your dream and doing a show, because I sense like a passion in you.
Yeah,
Be
I
on the
don't
show.
know. Like, I don't.
But not necessarily. Yeah, you want to be on. You like me. We're doing some cool stuff, but it
Right.
seems like it runs deeper than that. That you've thought about it before. That you
Oh,
want-
I've been
I mean,
thinking about
obviously
this for
the right radio
fucking-
days. We
yeah,
talked about it,
and
So
that
te-
was years ago.
So
like,
tell us
'cause I've
about
been
your
to prison twice since then. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
tell us about your entertainment media like desire and everything,
I don't know, man. I just
right? And experience.
I guess like I
So
started
you seem like a natural. You seem like you're good on the mic. Have you ever done it before?
no, this is my first time.
Is it really?
My very
See, I
first time.
I wouldn't.
Now,
Judy, would you have guessed
I'm-
that? I wouldn't have guessed that.
I'm a little familiar with audio. It's like, because like I told you, a friend of mine's a music producer. We did a lot of, we made a lot of songs, and like I used to rap and do things like this, and
Nice.
still do from time to time. But it's kind of been put to, just life gets in the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been like, man, I don't know. I used to listen to like Bob and Tom
Nice.
and Howard Stern.
They're still
you know,
cranking.
is
Of
Bob-
course,
are
Stern
they-
is. Yeah, they sure are.
See, I can't
Stern
get
is too, of course.
like Stern kind of fell off for me. Like I listened to some of his stuff on Sirius, but like I started listening to just podcasts.
There
And a
you
lot
go.
of it with comedians. You know what I mean? The Rogans and the fucking
There you go.
Bill Burr and you know what I mean. And then like you get on
Nice.
Spotify or iTunes or whatever, and it's just fucking millions of There's like 4 million
So,
podcasts.
did
in
you
the
catch
world now.
yourself when you listen to these podcasts having your own ideas and your own like feedback that you want to say that you could be better? You know what I mean? Because that's how it was with me. I hear these like I would work with these normal jobs in my rough time, but I would listen to shows on the way there, thinking to myself, I know I could do that. I know I
Yeah,
could do
it's
it.
just like it's
Like, there's a kind of a lesson in
trial
that.
and error.
You learned how to do something super complicated and made it happen. Yeah, you got busted by it. It's crazy, but
Well, that's the most
if you
fucked up part
think
is
about
like
if you lean into something more constructive and lean into that kind of thing and not the counterfeit.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Put your passion in the right
hands
area,
fucking
dude.
down. If I would have put as much effort into being a normal, productive part of society as I did being a fucking drug
Or
addict and
start
a
your
criminal.
podcast, the
Fuck.
Mikey Hustle podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, fuck, you could have
The
done
Mikey
that.
Hustle Family Hour. That's,
There you go. Fuck yeah, man. Thank you guys for doing this. I appreciate it. Judy, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mikey, thank you, man.
Thank
for,
you.
for
Yeah,
doing this.
thank
this is really like a dream come true.
Right on, dude. I appreciate it, man. Let's do this. Judy, you rock. Well, we have a really cool guest coming tonight. Hold on. We have a really cool guest. That's the beauty of editing. See? If you guys fuck up and you really want something to be better, just pause for a second. What was I saying? Where's the beers at? Do we have any beer here?
How about a
Look,
beer?
Oh, I got my dorky little fucking ready to go. And finally, we talk about the candy G-string. That'll be on the OnlyFans page later, bitches. And then who wants to put a cock ring on and get your cock stuck, that engorged cock because of this? We're talking about nicknames. I gotta throw out the one I had for you. Jugs Judy.
Jugs Judy.
Look at that.
Genius.
Guys, hold on. Let's do it now. Our followers, what do you want her to be called? Judy? Or Jugs Judy? Don't know if I pronounce it. Jugs Judy. Or the other one, your name on OnlyFans, which is what?
Sexy St. Jude.
Sexy St. Jude. Damn it. If that doesn't give you a boner right now.
Oh my God, my first boner.
Make you want to go. You guys, make you want to go. We got to have our little cushions here for our boners to be hit. But you got to go to her OnlyFans page. You guys, what, $11 a month?
Yep.
You can see some pretty. I haven't seen anything.
You know what?
Part of me wants to go through it, kind of talk about it. Then part of me doesn't want to disrespect you in any way, just to do it for fun. I'll give you $11 though if I do it.
That's fucked up because I asked him on Facebook yesterday. I was like, "You think her OnlyFans page is worth the money?"
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, it is.
I am not gonna lie. I did this. It popped up. Of course, it was.
Just like if you would. $10.99. That's like a magazine.
Yeah.
He can bullshit you all he wants to. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, fuck
I was
yeah.
trying to get a fucking sneak preview before I spent $11. I ain't gonna lie. I'm shit fucked.
Oh, trust me. I don't look at every picture before I told her, but yeah, I might have spanked it once or twice. See, I was not ready to talk about something you told me not to talk about. See, I am good. I caught myself.